Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will see the unique binary search trees problem which is from LeetCode day 24 of the June challenge. So let us now look at the problem statement. In this problem we are given a value n and we are required to count the number of possible BSTs having unique structure and having nodes numbered from 1 to n. So let us assume that in this example we are having 3 nodes numbered from 1 to 3. Then the number of structurally unique BSTs will be equals to 5. So these are the 5 structurally unique BSTs which are possible using 3 nodes numbered from 1 to 3. Okay. So if you have, let's say, 2 nodes, then your nodes will be 1, 2 and you will be having only 2 structurally unique BSTs. If you are having a value n equals to 1, then you will basically be having 1 node, and so there will be only 1 structurally unique BST. So how do you count the number of structurally unique BSTs? So let me show you a simple math formula. Actually, if you are given a tree which has root equals to r, then if your left subtree is having 3 combinations of unique structure and your right subtree is having 4 combinations of unique structure, then the total number of combinations with r as a root will be equals to 3 into 4, which will be equals to 12 in this case. So this is self-explanatory and I don't think I need to explain it further. So let us use this concept in order to count the number of BSTs. Now let us assume that we have 4 nodes numbered from 1 to 4 and any node can become root. Okay, so what we will do is we will first make 1 as a root. So if you make 1 as a root and this is a BST, then the left subtree will be empty and the right subtree will be having all the 3 nodes 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so what will be the number of structurally unique BSTs with 1 as a root? You can see that if you take 1 as a root, then in the left subtree you are not having any node. So let us represent, if you are not having any node, then the count of structurally unique BSTs will be equals to C0. And on the right hand side you can see that you are having 3 nodes. So the count of structurally unique BSTs using these 3 nodes is, let us say, C3. Okay, so the total count in this case will be equals to C0 into C3, as I already explained you earlier. Now let us assume that we make this 2 as our root node. So if you make 2 as a root node, then in the left subtree you will be having just a single node and in the right subtree you will be having 2 nodes. So what will be the total number of structurally unique BSTs? In the left hand side, since you have 1 node, therefore let us represent the number of structurally unique BSTs in this left subtree equals to C1. And in the right subtree, let us represent it by C2 since it is having 2 nodes. Okay, so the total combinations in this case will be C1 into C2. Okay, now let us take this node 3 as the root. Okay, so if you make node 3 as the root, then on the left hand side you will be having 1, 2, that is 2 nodes, and on the right hand side you will be having just a single node. So the number of structurally unique BSTs in the left subtree will be equals to C2 and the number of structurally unique BSTs on the right hand side, since you have 1 node, will be equals to C1. Now we will repeat the same process for this node 4. So we will make this node 4 as the root, then on the left subtree you will be having 1, 2, 3 and in the right subtree this will be empty. So the count will be equals to now C3 and this will be equals to C0. Okay, so in the third subtree your total number of combinations will be C2, C1, and in the fourth subtree total number of combinations will be C3, C0. Okay, so what will be the total number of combinations? That is total number of structurally unique BSTs when you have these 4 nodes. So when you have these 4 nodes, then any node can become the root. Okay, so they can become root 1 by 1. Because you are basically interested in counting, so you will be changing the configurations. So every node will get the chance to become the root. And so if you can count what will be the number of structurally unique BSTs for one node, then you can find for each and every node individually and then you will sum it up in order to get the total number of structurally unique BSTs. So in this case, what will be the answer? In this case, we will just add up these 4 values since we had 4 nodes and we calculated them by taking each and every node exactly once as the root. Okay, so the total number of BSTs in this case will be this will be added. So these are the total number of structurally unique BSTs. So what is this formula? Actually, if you look this formula closely, then this is nothing but the Catalan number. So in this case, since we had 4 nodes, so this is nothing but Catalan of 4. Now the Catalan number formula can be represented as Cn equals to summation of I equals to 0 to n Ci Cn minus I minus 1. So this is not very simple to figure out, but once you understand how this Catalan number has come, like how this problem is related to the Catalan number, then this problem becomes simpler. Now the Catalan number can be reduced to this formula, and there are I think 6 different proofs which are present on Wikipedia. You can go through them if you are interested. So you can solve this problem either by solving this equation, or you can solve this problem by using dynamic programming, or also by recursion. Okay. So I have already made a video where I have shown all the calculations about this Catalan number using recursive approach, dynamic programming, and this formula, that is binomial coefficient as well. So you can calculate the binomial coefficients in order of n time. There is another algorithm for this. So I have explained all the 3 methods, recursion, dynamic programming, and binomial coefficient, in one of the video, and the link will be provided in the description below, so do check it out. So let us now look at the code. Well, this is a very simple code where we are given the n value, that is the number of nodes, and then I have called the Catalan number calculator, that is, this is the utility function. So I will pass the value n, which is number of nodes. Then I will take a dynamic programming array, okay, that is a single dimensional array. I have shown these calculations in the other video. Okay, so if you have 0 nodes, then I will assume that the Catalan value will be 1, and if you have 1 node, then I will also assume that the Catalan value will be 1. Now I will iterate for all the values from 2 till we reach the value n, and these calculations have already been explained in the other video, so it is highly recommended that you watch those videos. So this is it in this video. If you have any other approach or solution in different languages, then please post below so that everyone can take benefit from it. Like and share our video and subscribe to our channel in order to watch more of this programming videos. See you in our next video. Thank you.